Hey, what's up guys? It's T Timmy back again with another video, and today we're at the Shaskeen. So appreciate you all following along with the tender tour. I know it's been a minute since I've come out with another video, so thank you all for your patience. Hope you all are enjoying the nice weather we've been having. It's 70 degrees today, which is amazing. So let's get into it. All right, this is the Shaskeen pub, which is a pretty well-known bar right on Elm Street. It's been around for a long time. It's an Irish bar, good live music and stuff like that. Without further ado, let's get into it. Here we go. Here we go. We got 5 chicken tenders. The price on these was $15.60. I'm told that these are beer battered with their house-made lager. So I'm looking forward to these. Let's see how they are. And I also got some dipping sauces here. Sweet Thai chili. I believe that's barbecue. Ranch. And maple bourbon. So here we go. Let's get into it. Here's an up close of the tender.
Oh my God!
A little bit on the bigger than the Puritan, smaller than some of the other ones we've seen. Let's see if it's tender. Very tender. Very tender. It's got a light crisp that you just easily bite through. And you easily bite through the meat as well. The meat is tender. Just kind of just falls apart in your mouth. No snap, no chew at all. So for a tenderness score, I'm gonna give the Shaskeen a 4.5. Grabbed another tender. Let's see how juicy these tenders are. So juicy is the next category on our scoring criteria, if you've been following along. So I'm just gonna break one open for you. I see the juices glistening. You know, looks pretty good. Doesn't look too dried out. Let's give it a bite. Not dried out. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm going to jump to the beer batter flavor because it's a really unique taste compared to some of the other chicken tender spots we've been to so far. This is the only one that they've advertised it as being a beer batter. I've had beer battered fish, but I've never had a beer battered chicken tender. This is nice. It's not overly greasy. As you can see, my hands really aren't that greasy at all, like you would think. And it's got a nice seasoned flavor to it. It's not bland. It's just got a rich, hearty taste to it. Really good. But for juiciness, I'm gonna give them a 3. It's not gonna blow your socks off. You're not gonna complain about how dry it is. But it's right there somewhere in the middle. All right, crispiness. As you can see that? Kind of nice little crust to it. Let's see if I can get a good crunch on camera. That's pretty crispy. But the thing is, it's more crispy than crunchy, if that makes sense. What I mean is, when you bite into it, it's not gonna like tear up your gums with a crunch, like, but it's more of a crisp, like a smaller crunch. Like if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's just like almost like the effervescence of the beer kind of like mixes in with the batter, and it just makes it like a pleasant crisp that just kind of falls apart, and your teeth aren't really biting through it that hard, if that makes sense.
What?
So for crispiness, I'm gonna give the Shaskeen's chicken tenders a 3. All right, seasoning, like I mentioned before, the beer batter is very nice in this. You can tell it's kind of lightly salted. The batter has a good, rich, full, hearty flavor to it. Like I said, this is very unique. We haven't seen a beer batter tender yet on the tender tour. We've seen the Manchester style tenders. We've seen like the Southern fried tenders. And we've seen like everything in between. But we haven't seen this, so this is different. However, they had a host of different sauces available. The bartender did recommend that they be tossed in their sauces, but to keep things even on the tender tour, I told them I don't do none of the tenders covered in sauce. That way we can get a good gauge on the crispiness, on the juiciness and all that without having the sauce kind of interfere with the rating. So we got it on the side. The first sauce that I'm going with right here, I can tell it's a sweet Thai chili. All right, smells hot. Let's see. Gives you a kick in the back of your throat. Wow. It kind of takes over the tender a little too much. If you covered your entire tender in that, I feel like it almost might make it soggy, but it would override the beer flavor. Good tasting sauce though. All right, moving on. This must be their ranch. Give it a smell. Yep, that's ranch. All right, let's dink it and sink it. Shout out to Rhett and Link. All right. It's a good buttermilk ranch. Nothing to write home about there. Next up, we got maple bacon. It's got like a little sheen, a maple syrup sheen. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of smells like barbecue. Kind of drippy. Those are good too. You know, these are all good. I'm starting to get the feeling this is all going to come down to preference, what you like. But as a compliment to these tenders, these would go good with no sauce at all. Sit at the bar, have a beer, enjoy these tenders with no sauce. You would be perfectly happy. Plenty of flavor. Unlike some other places where you have to dip it in sauce to get any type of flavor whatsoever. Not with these. Here's a big one. See that? Compared to the cup. What do we got here? I can't quite make that one out. Oh, this one's gooey. Less drippy, more gooey. Okay, I know what that is. You know what that tastes like? Oh my gosh. It's the sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's. That's not a dish, by the way. I like the sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's. That's exactly what that tastes like right there. It's good. It's good. Again, guys, this is all going to come down to your personal preference. What I like about the Shaskeen is they have tons of sauces. Whether you like spicy, whether you like mild, buffalo, maple bacon, sweet Thai, ranch, barbecue, whatever you want, they have it there. That you can toss it in the sauce, and you can also have it on the side like I'm having. Personally, I would recommend it on the side. These are good tenders that can stand on their own merit. They don't necessarily need to be tossed in any of the sauces. If you're just gonna get like a regular old tender, like say from a frozen tender spot or something, not gonna name any names, yeah, sure, toss it on the side. It's gonna elevate it, but with these, you don't need it. So I gotta pick a favorite. I'm gonna go with the maple bacon, with the sweet and sour as a second place. The ranch was okay. The Thai was a little too hot, overpowering. The maple bacon had a good flavor to it, just a little drippy. And the sweet and sour had a sophisticated, nice kind of sweet and sour taste to it. So, well done. So for seasoning, I'm giving these guys a 4.5. Well done. So that brings us to value. Like I mentioned before, I got 5 tenders. I've already eaten about half of them so far. These are the 4 sauces I got. This was $15.60. I want to say this makes it the second most expensive tender we've seen, especially when you consider you only get 5. But they are decent size. They are of great quality. You're just not really getting per pound the amount of food that you get at other places. But they're great. The bartender mentioned this at the Shaskeen. They don't like the word bar food because they take a lot of pride in everything they make there is homemade. Nothing is pre-made there. And I can tell they really take a lot of pride in establishing themselves beyond just being a bar. So hats off to them. That being said, value, I'm going to give them a 2. I think it could be $3 cheaper and it would be right there where it should be. $15.60 is a little much for 5 tenders at a bar. So anyway, great job to the Shaskeen. This is a great tender. Check it out. This is the Shaskeen, and this is T. Timmy signing off. Make sure you guys like and subscribe because we got a lot more tender tour videos coming out soon. And appreciate you all. Thank you. Peace.
Shake,